Hi dear viewers, this is Arash Kamali with another session of the website programming course on the Python programming language and the Django framework. Again, as always, a very warm and heartfelt welcome from me. In this section, we are going to work both with exporting and importing the CSV files. I need to give an explanation here. The CSV files are very similar to Excel files, a little bit simpler, but just like the Excel files consist of rows and columns and are used for the databases. Table and other forms of data are suitable for them as well. You can have the output of my script both as Excel and CSV. And some other forms of CSV. CSV is very similar to Excel and saved data for us, and we can save the table data on a CSV file the way we want them and whichever we want. The CSV can read the database or can save them on the database. It can be used both for exporting and importing the data through the CSV files. This section is getting an output for the tables or the data. For instance, in the categories here, in the categories list, we can set up a section whereby we can set some buttons where we can receive the categories as CSV files, and we also can add another box on the category section to import the categories from the CSV file. That is, we are going to save the categories on a file, and then after that we are going to import the categories in that file to our site and apply them on some part of our site. To do so, first we are going to get an output. To get an output in this section, okay, I want to get a CSV output and download the CSV file. Okay, alright, first I need to go to this page. Alright, the categories list, cat list. Okay, and here I make another copy, and here instead of categories list I say, let's see, import data. Alright, now I'll remove what is inside for now. Let's see how it looks. This is a table. We need to remove the table as a whole, so we remove the table. Okay, alright, and as you see, there is an import data. We need to change it to export data to get an output from our data. Now we set it a button. Let's see, I copy this edit button in this section. Okay, as you see, we call it, let's see, CSV. Okay, and over here, that's right. Alright, we remove the icon. It is not necessary. We say if I, that is for the icons, we remove it. Now we have set a CSV button here for the CSV output. We can improve the appearance a bit. Now let's see, we can write export CSV file. Now if you move the mouse, it says export CSV file. When we hit this button, a CSV file from the data of the categories will be made and downloaded. Of course, there is something that we need to do. At first, we aren't going to deal with making the CSV file from our data. First, we are just going to write some static data to make our CSV file and be able to download it as a test. Then, using a forring, we are going to set it up dynamically. So at first, when we hit this button, I want the CSV file to be made so that it contains a series of values. For instance, test 1, 2, 3, just for a test, and then we would make it dynamic so that we would set the values we want. Alright, that's for the HTML that is ready now. On the next session, we are going to write the view.